This video shows how to set up the NVX application for creating a visualizer application to launch or cancel alarms or switch pages, etc. This requires a visualizer license. The NVX works best with Google Chrome, which can be installed with the MobiCall software. To start up, open up the NewVoice Setup wizard and change to additional components as on the left side. Activate the second checkbox. Activate NVX server for customizable web applications for alarm launch, localization, tasks, etc. The NVX settings tab is available on the left. Here you can define the default application when starting and connecting to the MobiCall IP address on port 9090. When you have finished your settings, press the Apply button below, followed by the OK button. The NVX server has been added to the AutoStart, but is not being started at this point. Open up the NewVoice tool monitor and press the System button, followed by a click on AutoStart. Here can be found the now added program, NVX Server 64.exe. Select the entry and press the Start button on the right side. Now that the visualizer application is started, access it via Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge in its latest version, by connection to the IP address from the MobiCall server on port 9090. By directing to the address, localhost:9090/ app selector equals true, the NVX will be accessed on the overview page where the applications, which are existing on this system, are shown. By making a right-click on the default application, you can start the application, open the selected application in the editor, make a copy of this application, rename this application, delete this application, or set this application as default. The default app can be found on every MobiCall installation and is empty with a welcome page being shown on launch. A new application can be created by making a right-click on the default app and selecting the option Make a copy of this app. A new window will appear where a new application name must be specified. Enter the name of the new application and press the OK button. Now it's time to start creating the application. To do this, the editor mode must be entered. Right-click the application you just created and select Open this app in editor. The new URL shows how the editor mode is being accessed. Now that the application is open in editor mode, it's time to start creating the visualizer application. For every application a level is needed, and for every level a map is needed. For the map a scene is needed. To do so, create a new scene by press the Add button on the left side at Scenes. If already a scene exists, you can work in that scene. For this video a second scene is created. On the right side, the name of the scene and the default map can be defined. Depending on these settings, different users can start with the same application on different pages. Add a new map by pressing the Add button below the scenes and the maps. On the right side can be defined which is the default level, since users also can land on the same map but at different level. The names of the maps are also set up here. Now add a new level by pressing the Add button in the left bottom corner at the Levels settings. From the moment a level is existing, you have a background where the NVX GUI parts can be placed. In this video is shown how a button to start an alarm and a button to reset the alarm can be created. On the left side, select the level where you want to place the elements. On the right side, here, you can change the background picture. As example, a building plan like shown in the video. The pictures must be stored on the D drive in the folder, nvt/appdata/resource/config. Here can be found the folder of your application. This also ensures that the pictures are available when the application is moved. First, press on NVX in the left top corner and select the GUI items. Select a button and place it where you want to have it. Now, press the Select button on top. If not pressed, a new button will be created on every click. When you press the button, the settings menu of the button will be opened on the right side. Here a name for the button can be assigned. This can be dynamic or static. HTML is also possible to use. Make sure to activate the checkbox Title HTML if you are using HTML for the text. With the settings position and size menu can be defined how large the button should be. Also the coordinates can be given by hand, to have different buttons on the exact same row. With the settings icon menu can be set an icon for the button. This icon can be displayed or hidden. With the properties menu is defined, that the button is visible by default and is clickable. With conditions can be made special settings for the button. With the show background checkbox the button can be hidden, but still clickable. If there's an existing old visualizer or the customer already has pictures of how the visualizer should look like, use it as background and put the hidden buttons in front. With the visible checkbox the button can be defined invisible and needs a special condition to be displayed. With the use default color checkbox can be defined, if a different color for the button is needed. Default color is white, with the buttons below the button color and the text color can be defined. With the condition menu can be defined what condition must match that the button is visible or clickable. With the edit message menu can be defined which pop-up should appear on pressing the button, for example to show a picture before the alarm launched to let the user know where to evacuate. With the confirmation menu it can be activated that a confirmation pop-up appears when the button is pressed, containing the message written below. The trigger menu is used to define what should be triggered by pressing the button. Several triggers are available. For launching an alarm we need the alarm trigger. Here, select the launch alarm trigger. With the title a name is given for this trigger. It is recommended to give a logical name to every trigger. With the drop-down condition a condition can be set that this trigger is launched. Conditions must be created before defining them, if needed. If the checkbox launch in simulation mode is activated, the alarm is not sent to the users, but the database entries are written. Keep the alarm type on launch alarm. The alarm number field defines which alarm should be launched by this trigger. The alarm number can be given statically or dynamically. For a dynamic alarm number a variable must be set and can be specified as the alarm number source below. With the restrict devices to checkbox can be defined that this alarm is launched on the same group as normally, but only for the phone types of this group selected here. With the dynamic group checkbox can be defined that only some persons from a predefined group will be alarmed. The information is written in the database launch by message or launch by var. Who launched this alarm? With a variable it is recommended to use the username and create a login for NVX, for this the web user database will be used. Press the apply button at the bottom when you finish the definition and press the save button in the upper left corner. Press the save button from time to time to avoid data loss. Now the alarm can be launched. This can be tested by pressing the editable button in the upper left corner and by pressing the button afterwards. The alarm should be launched. Now an icon will be created to show the state of this alarm. Check the box editable again to continue with the definition of the application. Press the NVX button in the upper left corner. Select alarms and use the alarm active state. Click into the level to create the alarm active icon and press the select button at the top. Now press the alarm active state icon to start defining. First setting is the title of the button. Create a logical name for every NVX element. The checkbox below is used to define a sound to be played at power up. The settings below refer to the size and position of the button. Here you can also specify the X and Y coordinates manually so that the symbols are on the same line side by side. By activating the Show Active checkbox, the button is also displayed when the alarm is not active. When the alarm icon is unchecked, the alarm is only displayed when it's active. Below you can see and change the active and inactive icons. The alarm number settings can be used to define the alarm number to be displayed, whether it is active or not. Also an alarm number range can be defined. It is possible to make the active state run a trigger, because we want to reset a launched alarm with this item. The setting run triggers must be changed from on-click to on-click and status active. To let the trigger only run when the alarm is launched, press apply, if changed. Again, a trigger confirmation question can be asked to allow the user to cancel before this trigger is executed. Press the Add button at the triggers and select the Launch Commands trigger. Fill out the command as follows. You can find the command to copy also in the video description. nve.exe nvareset 1i4 alarm number. Press the Apply button followed by Save in the upper left corner. To get the alarm active state icon to work properly, following settings must be done. In the Alarm Central, double-click on the alarm launched by NVX which is displayed by the alarm active state. Change to the extended settings, and check the box Set Alarm Status on when the alarm is launched to have the alarm indicated by the alarm active state. With those basic features, some applications can already be created. For more information about NVX, contact NewVoice. It is also possible to let NewVoice create the visualizer application. For this, contact your NewVoice sales contact. Test the created scenario by unchecking the editable checkbox and launch the alarm. The alarm active state icon will turn red and on click it will disappear since the alarm will be reset.